Welcome back to another deep dive. This time, we're going on a journey with a book that's touched so many lives, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
Oh, a classic.
It really is. And whether you've read it a dozen times or this is your first encounter, get ready for a fascinating exploration. We'll be uncovering its deeper meanings, those universal truths that resonate with anyone, especially those seeking their purpose or chasing a dream.
I'm excited to dive in.
Me too. This book, it always had this special pull for me, like a gentle nudge to listen to that inner voice, urging me to follow my own dreams.
It has that effect on a lot of people.
Coelho's writing is just so captivating. It guides you through Santiago's adventures, reminding you that the journey to self-discovery is rarely a straight path.
Absolutely.
And speaking of guidance, I'm thrilled to have you here to help illuminate the depths of this story. You have a knack for weaving together those seeming separate threads, making sense of the complex, and bringing clarity to big ideas.
Well, thank you. I'm eager to share my thoughts on The Alchemist. It's a book that encourages us to look beyond the obvious, delving into the rich symbolism and metaphors Coelho uses to explore those universal themes. Purpose, destiny, and the transformative power of listening to your heart.
Perfect. So let's set the stage for our listeners. The Alchemist introduces us to Santiago, a young shepherd. He seems content with his simple life, wandering the hills of Andalusia with his flock of sheep.
Right.
But there's this underlying longing for something more. And then he begins having this recurring dream, a vivid vision of finding treasure at the pyramids of Egypt. At first, he brushes it off, just a dream. But the dream persists, returning night after night, like a whisper pulling him toward an unknown destiny.
I see.
So seeking answers, Santiago consults an old woman known for interpreting dreams. And what struck me about their conversation was her statement about dreams being the language of God. It's as if there's a deeper layer of meaning to be found in these seemingly random visions, a language beyond our everyday words.
Ah, that's a powerful concept right from the beginning. It's Coelho's way of suggesting that the universe might be trying to guide us, to communicate. But we often miss the signs because we're not tuned in to the language it speaks. This idea of a universal language, one that speaks through intuition, omens, and synchronicities, it's a thread that runs throughout the entire book.
Right, exactly. And then enters this pivotal character, a mysterious old man who introduces himself as the King of Salem.
Interesting.
He encounters Santiago and shares this profound concept of the personal legend, describing it as the reason each of us is here, the unique purpose that calls to our soul.
The core of our being.
Yes. And this meeting becomes a turning point for Santiago. The old king's words ignite a spark within him, a desire to discover his own personal legend, even if it means leaving behind the familiar comforts of his life as a shepherd.
It's that push, that nudge to step outside of the known.
Definitely. The old king acts as a catalyst for Santiago's journey. He plants the seed of possibility, challenging Santiago to consider what he truly desires, what would make his heart sing, and to have the courage to chase after it.
To really go for it.
Absolutely. And there's one quote from the old king that really resonated with me. He says, "When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it."
Such a powerful statement.
It is. It speaks to the power of intention, the idea that when we align our desires with the energy of the universe, incredible things can happen. And inspired by those words, armed with the belief that the universe is on his side, Santiago makes the decision to sell his sheep and journey to Egypt in search of his treasure.
Wow, a huge leap of faith.
It really is. He steps into the unknown, fueled by this newfound sense of purpose and a belief in something bigger than himself. And so his adventure begins. He sets sail for Tangier, a bustling port city on the edge of the Sahara Desert. But as soon as he arrives, he's hit with a harsh reality check. He's robbed, stripped of all his money, left stranded and disillusioned, questioning if he made the right choice.
That's a tough blow.
It is. It's like the universe was testing him right from the start.
Testing his resolve, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reminder that the path to our personal legend, it's rarely smooth sailing.
It's true. But it's often in those moments of adversity that our true character emerges.
Yeah.
Do we let setbacks crush us, or do we find a way to rise above them and keep going?
Exactly. It's a test of resilience.
And Santiago's journey, it beautifully illustrates that resilience of the human spirit. It's about adapting, finding creative solutions, even when facing those seemingly impossible obstacles. So here he is, stranded in Tangier, possessions gone, questioning everything, a real low point.
Right.
But this is also where he has a series of encounters that shape his path.
The turning point.
He meets this wise crystal merchant who offers him a job. Seems like an ordinary opportunity, right?
Yeah.
But it becomes a profound lesson in listening to your heart and overcoming the fear of change.
Interesting. The crystal merchant, he kind of represents a different outlook on life. One that's rooted in security, familiarity, content with his routine, afraid to take risks or venture beyond his comfort zone.
Yeah, I see that.
And his story, it almost serves as a contrast to Santiago's journey. It highlights what could happen if we cling to comfort, avoid the unknown.
The what ifs, right?
It's a good reminder that growth often requires us to step outside those comfort zones to embrace the uncertainty that comes with going after our dreams.
Right, like a leap of faith. And remember, the Englishman Santiago meets on his way to the oasis.
Oh, yeah.
He's so absorbed in books and theories about alchemy. He introduces this concept of the soul of the world, this universal energy connecting all beings. And it's amplified, he says, when we're in tune with our personal legend.
The Englishman, he represents a more intellectual approach to the journey, right? He seeks knowledge through books, theories, while Santiago is learning by experiencing the ups and downs of his adventure firsthand.
Two different paths to wisdom.
Yeah. And the Englishman's presence highlights that both our head and heart are important for understanding the world.
True. And then there's this intriguing concept, maktub, an Arabic word that roughly translates to "it is written."
Destiny.
It's woven throughout the story, this idea of a predetermined path, fate.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. Is our path already set, or do we have the power to shape it through our choices?
Yeah.
Coelho doesn't really give a definite answer.
He leaves it open.
He does. He presents maktub as this paradox, something to ponder, wrestle with throughout our own journeys.
That's the beauty of it.
Is this intricate dance between surrender and agency, trusting there's a bigger plan, yet recognizing our power to influence the course of our lives.
A constant push and pull.
Exactly. And so Santiago's journey takes him across this vast, unforgiving Sahara desert. He joins a caravan, experiencing the beauty and the raw power of the desert, the scorching sun, endless dunes, and the threat of tribal wars.
A true test of endurance.
It is. The desert becomes a symbol of transformation. It strips Santiago bare, physically and emotionally, testing his resilience, pushing him to adapt and persevere in the face of hardship.
It's in that silence, the solitude of the desert, that he starts to truly listen to his heart, those whispers of the universe guiding him.
Beautiful. And amidst these challenges, there are also moments of profound beauty and connection. Like the camel driver, a seasoned desert traveler who shares his wisdom about living in the moment, reading the signs of the desert, finding joy in the simplicity of the journey.
Embracing the present.
He embodies that maktub idea, accepting each moment, trusting that every experience, good or bad, is part of a greater unfolding.
A wise perspective.
And then in the heart of the desert, they reach an oasis, a vibrant haven bursting with life. And it's here that Santiago meets Fatima, a captivating desert woman who captures his heart.
Ah, love enters the picture.
It does. And it brings up this question. Can love and personal legend coexist? Can Santiago follow his heart's desire while still pursuing his dream?
Or do they clash?
Fatima is an incredible character. She's strong, independent, deeply connected to the desert. She has this sense of peace and acceptance, a deep understanding of life's cycles. And while Santiago is smitten, she also recognizes and encourages him to continue his quest.
That's true love.
It is. It's rooted in freedom and mutual respect, a love that allows both people to grow and pursue their dreams, even if those paths lead them in different directions.
You're supporting each other's growth.
Exactly. And her acceptance of his journey is such a powerful message about supporting each other's dreams. It shows that love doesn't need to be possessive or limiting. It's about allowing each person to flourish, to reach their full potential.
That's a beautiful sentiment.
And just as Santiago is wrestling with these desires of his heart, torn between staying with Fatima and continuing his journey, a key figure enters the story, the alchemist.
The guide.
The alchemist is this figure shrouded in wisdom and mystery. He's a master of alchemy, not just the literal kind of turning lead into gold, but also guiding others toward their own personal transformation.
A mentor.
He becomes Santiago's mentor, leading him on the final leg of his journey to the pyramids. And his teachings, they're so profound.
What does he focus on?
He emphasizes listening to one's heart, trusting the language of the world, overcoming fear. He challenges Santiago to confront his limits, to discover his hidden potential.
Pushing him to grow.
He doesn't just talk the talk. He puts Santiago through these tests, pushing him to his limits, forcing him to face his fears and tap into his inner strength. And it's through these challenges that Santiago truly comes into his own,
Discovering his true self.
discovering his resilience, courage, his ability to overcome anything.
Powerful.
And there's this incredible scene that really captures the essence of the alchemist's power, the mystical aspect of the journey. He transforms himself to the wind. It blurs the lines between what's real and what's magical, leaving Santiago in awe.
That's incredible. It makes you question what's truly possible.
It does. It reminds us that the universe is full of mysteries.
And that we are capable of so much more than we think.
With the alchemist's guidance and the lessons he's learned, Santiago finally reaches his destination, the majestic pyramids of Egypt. He's traveled across continents, faced so many challenges, and transformed in ways he never thought possible. And now, standing before these ancient wonders, he's ready to unearth the treasure he's been seeking.
The culmination of his journey. The moment of truth.
But as he's about to uncover the treasure, he encounters a group of refugees fleeing a tribal war.
Oh, wow.
It's a stark reminder that even while chasing our dreams, we can't forget the realities of the world, the suffering, the challenges others face.
Right, keeping things in perspective.
And then comes this pivotal moment, a revelation that turns everything on its head. Santiago digs and digs beneath the sycamore tree right where his dream guided him. But he finds nothing, just sand.
Oh, no.
He's confronted with the possibility that his entire journey was for nothing, that the treasure, it was all an illusion.
That must be devastating to come all that way with so much hope.
It's a crushing realization. It strips away those external expectations, those material desires. He has to face the emptiness of chasing fulfillment solely through external rewards.
A harsh truth.
But it's in that moment of emptiness, of surrender, that a deeper truth emerges.
Really?
A thief who'd been watching Santiago dig approaches him. He shares that he too had a dream of treasure.
Interesting.
But his dream led him not to the pyramids, but to an abandoned church in Spain, a church where a shepherd often slept.
Hold on.
And that church was the very one where Santiago began his journey.
Wow. Full circle.
The treasure wasn't at the end, it was at the starting point. And it wasn't gold or jewels, it was something far more valuable. The journey itself, the wisdom gained, the transformation he underwent.
That's powerful. The real treasure was inside him all along.
Exactly. It all connects back to what the old king said, the treasure is within you. It wasn't buried beneath the sand. It was in Santiago's heart, in the growth and self-discovery he experienced along the way.
It's about the journey, not the destination.
This unexpected twist, it challenges how we think about success. It reminds us that the true rewards of any journey aren't in reaching the end, but in what we learn and experience along the way.
And who we become.
And as Santiago reflects, he realizes that every obstacle, every detour, every moment of despair and triumph was part of this grand design, guiding him towards his true purpose.
Fate, in a way.
He understands that the universe was on his side all along, leading him back to where he started, but changed, enriched, awakened to those treasures within himself.
And don't forget the scarab beetle.
Oh, yes. It appeared as he was digging, seen as a symbol of God, rebirth, good fortune. A reminder that endings are often just new beginnings, and that every experience, no matter how tough, can lead to growth.
There's always something to learn.
And so Santiago returns to Fatima, his heart full of love and wisdom. He realizes that his love for her doesn't have to conflict with his dreams, that his journey has only strengthened his connection to her and to the world.
A beautiful realization.
Their reunion is a testament to the power of love that embraces freedom, allows for growth. Fatima's unwavering support, it highlights how important it is to have someone who believes in you, encourages you to chase your dreams without sacrificing who you are or the connections you cherish.
That's real support.
And as we finish The Alchemist, we're left with this feeling of hope, inspiration, a renewed belief in achieving our dreams, living a life full of meaning.
It stays with you, that feeling.
It does. The Alchemist, it's more than just a captivating story. It's a guide to living a richer life. It reminds us to listen to our hearts, embrace the unknown, and trust that the universe is working in our favor, even when things seem uncertain.
Trusting the process.
This book, it's a call to action, an invitation to uncover our own personal legends, those dreams that whisper to us, the yearnings that pull at our souls. It reminds us that the real treasures aren't material things, that the wisdom, the growth, the self-discovery we find along the way.
The journey is the destination.
Well said. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the heart of The Alchemist. We hope you found some wisdom, some inspiration to carry with you on your own journey. Remember, the world is full of magic and possibility, and the power to create your own destiny, it's within you.